fucking
a wife,
life insurance.
Yeah.
I'm talking about that's cool. You can afford to have those. If you ain't got shit, bro, you can't afford to have no motherfucking bread and lettuce.
Welcome to man time.
That's all I'm saying. Let me get my shit off before you get live. Let me
Go
get my
ahead,
shit
man.
off.
Hey, public service announcement.
Yeah.
Public service announcement, man. Fuck them bread and lettuce, man. Don't have your mother out here with the fans only page trying to get bread and lettuce, man.
Go
Real. Nah, for real. Hold up. I got some shit to say today. This shit coming from the soul, blood. I ain't even lying. Real shit, this shit coming from the soul.
Tell me why you mad.
Man, don't have your mother out here online, man, selling her, you know what I'm saying?
I twerked for a birthday.
Yeah,
What
man.
you the
Oh,
cooch?
man, don't have her out here like that. You know what I'm saying? Or don't have your girl.
Talking about she out here buying you a Christmas gift.
Hey, the spoiled bae. Bitch, how can you go for spoiled bae? You work at Chick-fil-A. You at the drive-thru. How you do this?
Don't have your girl out here playing with the dildo.
Pornhub paying good. I ain't
Don't
gonna
have
hold
your
you.
girl playing with the dildo online.
They be like DMV.
My nigga, you can't afford those, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You
DMV
can't afford
DMV
those.
takes back shot in Chick-fil-A parking lot.
My nigga, if you living in the basement, if you living in the
Come on, don't do that, bro. I just moved out, bro.
Nah.
I just moved out.
I shouldn't have said that because I do believe in I think we need to start living more with each other as families. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think we do need to get back in there. But my nigga, if you gonna be there, do something. Don't be running around trying to get the bread and lettuce. Put that extra $200 up for grandma on the mortgage. So when she so put that grandma. I know the mortgage $800-900 a month. Take it, send $1,100 so we get this thing paid off. So by the time she kick, you ain't got it. You can slide right in there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You got $300,000 right there. Don't do that to grandma. don't do that to grandma.
No, it's
Don't hurt grandma heart.
Like I buy shoes, right? And so it's
you can't afford to buy shoes.
Yeah, I know. But like, say for instance, like there's some cats I know. I can tell you right now. I spend at least $1,000 a year on Jordans. That's 4 pair. That's 4 pair off rip. I know some cats. Like take a cat that buy 4 pair of J's.
Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, that just hurt the fuck out of me hearing that shit, bro. I say what?
Buy 4 pair of J's.
Hold up, Mike getting you for $1,000 a year, Missy. We gotta redirect that, man.
Missy, you need to donate to the man time.
Hold up, cause we gotta unpack this shit. Where did the Fashion Nation click for?
Hold on, before we even unpack, let's just say this. That's why LeBron will never be in the conversation with Jordan. Because niggas is dropping $1,000 a year.
Because it's
niggas is dropping $1,000 on the year.
You over LeBron, so I'm not gonna say that.
I don't think LeBron will have the sneaker fascination that Jordan.
Nah, never. His shoes out like they ain't fucking with Jordan, man.
Never.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even close.
I think
LeBron. It took LeBron. He had some good. The first one was cool.
Okay, don't hold up. But you gotta stay on. You gotta stay on.
My bad.
So what got me with you like?
You spending $1,000 a month. Or you spending $1,000 a year with Mike.
I ain't even but the thing about this, so for me, like growing up, like I loved Michael Jordan. I loved him.
Why?
Because I mean it was just.
Because I know why I love Mike.
I mean, like for me, it was just like graceful basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just effortless to him. He had style. He was different. And he had a character, he had a personality, you know, set himself apart. And then I used to just love when he used to just come down and just kill the Knicks. Like to hear Marv album,
the killer,
and Bob Carson's talk about him on a Sunday and they playing the Knicks. That shit was just lovely, man. That shit was
nostalgia.
And so, but when it came down to the shoes, like. I still like even for every pair like that I didn't get when I was because I was young. My parents would buy me $100 pair of shoes.
Okay, now we getting somewhere. Ho.
But it always had a story. Like, and it's still to that story. Like even when I go out and buy them to this day, like when I'm actually buying the shoes, like the story is playing in my head.
That's what I'm saying. You're buying nostalgia. You're buying
that childhood back.
We seen Mike play. Mm-hmm. It's a difference with us. These youngers ain't.
Because like, even for me, like it's like for me, like I only buy OGs.
Right, I only buy the ones that he played.
You gotta be on court.
Yeah, he played in. That's why
I'm talking about I own from ones all the way up to the 17 and a half when he played.
No, I don't wear the 10s. He wasn't in the league in the 10s. He took the break. I don't wear them.
Yeah, I still wear them still 10s.
And she came back at 45. He came back at 45.
He came in Chicago.
He lost.
Nah, I still rock them.
I don't watch. That was a wash.
So if anybody got any connection with Nike, like y'all need to drop them steel gray 10s. Please hurry up. Y'all don't drop everything else except them. Please hurry up and drop them. But yeah, and so that for me, like that's what it is now. Like I still know that I still tell the story. Like the fours, like you know. The free throw line, those things like that. So even with tennis shoes now, like when I buy tennis shoes, there's always a story behind it. Like Iversons, Silver Bullet 97s, Air Max 95s. Like it's always, I remember that actual moment when those shoes came out. When the Breads came out, right? I can tell you the date. When the Breads came out, I was in Brunswick, Georgia, right? When the Breads came out. The Breads came out on a Friday. I remember niggas skipping school. On a Friday, Bill Arnett skipped school on a Friday to go get the breads, right? The reason why you had to go get the breads because we had a concert on that Saturday. Who's in concert? Lil Jon and Outkast.
Oh shit.
Outkast is opening for Lil Jon. This before
Outkast was opening for Lil Jon.
Before Outkast became big. This is when Outkast was opening for Lil Jon.
Dang.
So so for me, like every shoe that I buy, I remember that moment of when it dropped, when it happened, what was going on, and so that's why I still buy the shoes the way they are now. Yeah, with LeBron's, I don't really see it happening.
Yeah, but that's
with
what
Kobe,
I'm saying. These
kids don't even fuck with them just for real. They fuck with the Under Armour Currys and shit.
They never seen Mike. Though I didn't. When we was coming up, though we wasn't wearing Jordans in DC. In South Deep, nigga, we wasn't wearing Jordans, nigga. Like, any shoes we got, we was cool with, nigga. I remember going to the discount market getting the Avians. Nigga, over the counter. Real shit, bro. Like, nigga, like, if you had some New Balance, nigga, you was like getting money. Real shit. Nigga, I remember going to Hine, my nigga, and the XJ900s came out. The motherfucking black jumps that look like the 8 Jordans. You remember them jumps? Mm-hmm. Nigga, I pressed my mother for $25 to get them jumps, you know? She ain't even had that shit, but I pressed her because everybody in the hood had them jumps. And them were the only jumps that was close to, you can jive like, from a far away. No bar, but nah, like, for real, like, I pressed her for that $25 snap, man, and you remember Payless was right there behind us. Mm-hmm. I went to school, when I got old, nigga, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get them jumps, and I'm gonna get me a biscuit from Popeye. These was treats.
Got the kicks in the biscuit.
Real shit, this was treats to a nigga like, that ain't had nothing, my nigga. Real shit. We ain't get fast food, my nigga. Ride past him.
Son, and that be the big thing nowadays, dog. Like, nowadays people don't appreciate. My bad, son. Go ahead.
God damn it, man.
I thought you were done.
So listen. So, man, I get out of school. How to hire, man. Get them boys crispy. You look at them boys. Put them boys on. Strap them boys in. Yeah, y'all can have them boys. Y'all can have the old boys. My nigga, I don't know why I did that, left my shoes at that jump. Yeah, when I got back around the way, I ain't even go in the house and change my shoes to get the hooping. You know, back in the day, nigga, outside was the internet. Nigga. I'm going outside, nigga. Why the fuck I get on the basketball court, get to playing? Why the fuck I stopped my toe, came out, nigga? Dog, everybody was on the basketball court. Yeah, that was the worst moment of my life, bro. I didn't even wear them to school.
Everything felt
Payless, bro. We talk about Payless, $25 shoes.
Payless.
I remember my grandmother got me the Eagles for gym.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
shit.
I can't wait.
Shit.
Hey, cuz,
the slick bottom
when she
quick.
gave them to me, them on the shoestrings. Yo,
They get the slick.
that is trauma, bro. I'm laughing, but I should be crying. The strings was tied, man. Here. And them Jones was an extra size big. I'm like, Grandma, I can't wear them Jones to school.
And so imagine,
I'm gonna have to fight.
and so imagine
I gotta steal somebody's
like when
shoes.
you go to school now, right, and you hear them, they talk about bullying.
Yeah.
They talk about bullying,
that
and one of
shit
the things
is
they bring
too
up about bullying is about what kids be wearing to school, kids be this and that.
That's what I'm
Imagine us going to school and they telling our parents that our parents be looking at them like, I don't give a damn.
Yo, I remember, did I tell you, remember I told you, like, that was the, that was the first time, damn, I'm laughing like a motherfucker. Crying, that shit's so funny. Bro, I told I had an argument with my grandmother about that shit, bro. Like, that was a moment, like, grandma, like, I can't, bro, I can't.
Dog, you know what's funny?
You don't know.
That shit be real. When them kids be putting the pressure on you, be like, nah, I can't wear these.
Hey, cut, that shit,
Can't wear these.
Dog, that shit made me sell drugs.
Dog, look, we was wearing
Real shit.
hand-me-downs our whole childhood.
Real shit.
When I first started working, me and my brothers had a conversation of what we was gonna do with our money collectively. We gonna get some clothes, one pair of shoes, some white tees, and a PlayStation. We ain't had no video game system growing up. Niggas had to wear hand-me-downs our whole life. And we got our first
Deep
summer
shit.
jobs. It was like, nah, fuck that. We gonna get some shoes and a PlayStation and some white tees, cause you know you got white tees.
That's a fact.
That shit work.
Packeting board.
White tees and the black tees.
For 20
But you go to school, the kids get the joint. That's why this era right now, this shit ain't safe for these kids. They not allowed to emotionally develop.
Yeah.
Like, we had to develop certain things like naturally, because you go to school, niggas find you up because you wearing some shit niggas was wearing 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
Or your
fact.
shoes fucked up. You got your toe sticking out and shit. Nowadays, the parents pacify the kids, make sure they have everything. The kids go on the internet, flaunt everything. They look cool. They never have to go through that stage where you got to develop like something inside you inner where you have to stand up for yourself. Or like be grateful for what the fuck you got. They don't never got to go through no period of that.
Or you got to figure out, or the shit that you do got, you got to take it and be creative with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was one of the things.
That's a
like
fact.
you would see girls like that their parents couldn't do it all, but you might have seen it and it was like, oh, you
She
put
got
that together.
style.
Yeah, you got style. You put
Got
it together.
style.
Roll a little school
That's what
uniform
Yeah,
shirt up, put the
got
little
style.
whatever
got rolled
fuck.
up or something like that.
But yo, like that was that even with like I said, I was telling you about Kaysen, like that was the first time like he came. I remember once he came home. Like this when I was, nigga, I'm just getting back. Like I was fucked up. I lost my job. So nigga, we was fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? So he was used to me getting them things, but at that time, I was hustling. So like, nigga, I ain't hustling no more. So we fucked up until I found another way. So that's really what made him this situation really made him who he is. Cause he came home, he was getting in fights at school. And I kept trying to figure out why he kept getting in fights in school. Cause he ain't that guy. Like he not, you know what I'm saying? He'll finish you, but he not looking for no work. You know what I'm saying? He ain't that dude. You know what I'm saying? So he kept getting into fights. I'm like, cuz, what's up? So he like, man, nothing. So I'm like, come on, man, like, what's up? So he like, man, they keep teasing me. So I'm like, about what? He like, man, talking about you pull, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my shoes ain't, I don't got the jewels, I don't got no eyewash. I'm like, damn, cuz, like, for real? He like, yeah, so, they be jive talking down the line, so I gotta clean them up. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be letting them have me talk to you, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, like, that shit hurt. But I had to tell him, like, yo, that shit don't mean nothing. I'm like, yo, we gonna get back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I told him, like, yo, watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit bringing tears to my eyes, because that shit hurt. You know what I'm saying? To see my son, like, going through that shit, bro. That shit hurt. That shit really woke me up. Like, oh, shit, I gotta do something. Because he just fighting now. I don't want him to go out here and hurt nobody. Try and be something he not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, I gotta get this shit popping. That's why I say this shit is deep. This shit is not no game. Like, this is my life. You feel me? So that situation changed him though. That situation made him, cause now he see, like, oh shit, I really can be a good nigga and really do some shit. Cause he see when we go out, he love going out because he see the respect I get, and it's not because of no dumb shit. It's because I'm a stand-up guy, and I do work in the community, and that's my job as a father to project that, so he can project that on his kids, and so that shit can keep going and going and going and going. But it's not enough of that shit. But that shit changed him that day.
Yeah, and like you said, it's not, kids don't see that enough. I mean, a lot of kids, and it's not their fault. I mean, a lot of times the kids see their parents like, just working to try to provide for those things that they think that their kids need to shelter them. I mean, a lot of times parents are providing. I mean, I see my kids walking in class, you know, New Balance. And I ain't talking about the cheap New Balance. I'm talking about the good New Balance.
The 189,
yeah,
2003s and
Not
shit.
the 574s.
I had a couple pair of them.
I'm telling you.
They find the ones, you know, because when I was growing up, we didn't wear New Balance. I was an old man shoe. I mean, old men wore New Balance. But they were expensive. They were $150.
Yeah.
So we was just like, man, ain't nobody
Some niggas in DC I paid $300 for these.
We ain't buying that. Like, nah, we ain't doing that. But I mean, you got kids now, they walking in with that, they walking in with phones, they walking in with new J's, that's
the materialism, that's the new love.
Yeah, and so parents are now doing so much to overcompensate that they not seeing. That's all the kids are seeing is their parents working hard to provide them with stuff.
Your value is on what you got on now, bro.
Oh yeah.
Your value, the value we have for people has transferred to things. That shit is killing us.
But what you just explained, what you went through with your son, what you showed your son, like it did change his life, and this is how it's gonna change other kids' life. When your son get to high school, and he got friends and shit, and they start, you know, being in a little certain situation, he gonna always speak out, and not because like you told him nothing specific, but he gonna always know the right thing to do and want to do it, and other kids gonna gravitate towards it, and your son gonna believe firmly in it because he's seen his father believe firmly.
That's a fact.
And that right there, like.
It's valid.
The thing about parenting, this is like when we talk about the conversations we have off camera, on camera, past episodes, and just like in real life, like on parenting and the community, it's a lot of things that's fucked up in our specific community. But the shit that we can change, we can control. It's how your relationship with your kids and your family. Like all your kids need to do is feel love. A lot of kids, they come under peer pressure and they're like, look, you know, I want this, I want that. That's how kids make bad decisions. We all made bad decisions because we was under peer pressure at one point. But when you see your parents go through certain shit and you see like them your parents. So when you see them go through certain shit, that shit puts something into the kids like, look, I have to do this because I can't let my parents, I can't let them die. So your son seeing you like that and understanding that, that's a lesson he learned. And when he gonna live out that lesson in life, around his peers gonna pick up on that, and they gonna respect that. They gonna say, damn, I fuck with cuz. I don't even know why I fuck with cuz, but they're not gonna understand it, but it's because he's exhibiting something that they're not used to.
That's a fact.
Somebody holding shit down, standing for what they believe in, being solid, you know what I'm saying, doing the right thing. Because too often in today's society, we make it look like it's not cool to do the right thing.
That's a fact.
Like it's cool to be negative and all that other shit. And the reality is like, we was talking about 6ix9ine about to go home, but the reality is niggas don't understand when you want to be the bad guy, like it's consequences to that. Like niggas think it's cool and then they get you the girl, but like
it's to be honest with you, cuz it's not worth it no more. When we was coming up, it was worth it to go hard. It was worth it because it wasn't no internet.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So you had to demonstrate shit in order for, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, yeah, don't play with y'all.
if niggas knew about you, you was for real.
You was for real.
Like that's just how it went.
You know what I'm saying?
Was enough.
But now
I always say you had to be there in our day.
you had to be there. You had to be there so we can, you know what I'm saying? Now it don't pay to be that guy. It don't pay to be that. It pay to stay out the way now, cause that shit'll get you smashed off for nothing.
For no reason.
Yeah, for nothing.
Because like
Just like the nigga that we was just talking about, the nigga that was flexing the 88, K, he stole.
You had a job where you had access to the vault.
That's what
Nigga, that's
cost
a
his
good
ass.
job. That's a good job, son. You got
Hey, he
benefits.
has a phone.
You put on the net. I mean,
Yeah, I mean like 80, like
You know how sick you gotta be?
yeah, for I mean,
Wow.
and
You know how
$80,000.
sick you
But
gotta
why
be? You know how sick you gotta be?
but why though?
You know how sick you go
To
because
show it off. You just want to get it to show it off. Like not on the point like you want to show off. Like this is my thing. I ain't never been on the point like for me. If I want to flex, it's cool to have cash. I ain't gonna lie. But eventually I'm gonna spend it. So me, if I'm on flex, I'm gonna show you what I bought. Because I know as long as I got it, if I'm sitting up here and I keep 80 grand this year, 80 grand next year, tax man gonna come this year, tax man gonna come next year. I'm eventually spending. I'm gonna show you like I bought a house, took my wife on vacation, we bought a biz.
That's how we flexing.
That's how we flexing. This right here,
I know a nigga
Boy, he retired.
first off, I know real money
ain't in your hand.
in your hand. And like I need to go.
Can't even hold it.
Let me tell you what real money is. Real
can't
money is
even
when
pick
you
it
go
up.
to
Real
the bank.
money is
You can't even.
This
No,
is
that ain't even real money. Real money, like I said, like I told you the other day, the real money is when you go to the bank and you don't go to the teller. You have to go to somebody.
Real money.
And you have to say, hey, here's the number.
Yeah, the
and
bank
you
man.
give them a number.
Yeah, the bank man.
And it just pops up. Your name don't pop up, your address don't pop up. You say, hey, here's this number, I need it. And they don't give you cash. I need you to do this and I need you to wire. Not, I don't need you to transfer, I need you to wire. That's when you start
Listen,
talking about
hold up,
money.
say that again,
I need you to wire this. Here is because
Understand that.
Oh, your wire number and your account number are
Two different
totally
numbers.
different numbers. So I need you to wire this to this account. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I do.
It's gonna be done though.
You don't even know like I said, because when that number come up, the screen gonna come up blank, and it's gonna come up with the wire number, the where you need to go to. You don't know how much money is in that account. You just know whatever I told you to. I need you to press that in there, hit the button, and it's gonna go through the wires.
You don't even know the amount.
You don't even know the amount. That's it. That's where real money is.
Overstand.
To where you got a P.O. box, not a mailbox. Ain't nothing coming to your house.
That's crazy, bro. But that's what so that's what I'm saying. This here, that's gonna cost him. That he facing 40.
And I'm looking
He
at
don't
my
got nobody to tell him.
I'm looking at my hand, right? I'm looking at my hand, right?
Hold up.
The most I can probably hold up is maybe 15 if they all in 50s. Or not, or maybe 20 if
Why
they all
are you in
in
that posture?
Just saying, if they all in hundreds, that's maybe, hey, if they all in hundreds,
Think about the other bad decisions he made in his life. Like, boy, if you this stupid to put this shit on social media, what other bad decisions have you made in your life?
He
Like, this can't,
and
like,
I'm not even gonna say he made a bad decision because up to that point he probably had made all the right decisions. But to all the right
But to
decisions,
be on,
hold
like-
up, and all the right decisions to get to the wrong situation. Am I what?
Like-
You're right, you can.
Yes.
Yeah, because think about this.
That's what his goal was, to have a money phone. He got it.
you got a money phone.
And it's gonna cost
It's
his
gonna
ass.
cost you, bro. What you say in the car? $2,000 a year?
He $2,000 a year.
Yeah, you're looking at 30, 40 years.
$2,000 a year he make.
That's fair charges, though.
Listen, man. Hey,
You got to do the full
listen. I'm telling you.
for $80,000. You talking about a less than a year run, man?
Less than a year run.
That's tough.
That nigga's making pennies.
Narcissistic, man.
88
Hold
though.
up, the brothers got something to say in the back.
That narcissistic, man. They want to get caught. It's like a serial killer. It's like
Wow.
you want to kill people just so you can get caught and get your name on
Your
TV.
story, yeah.
He going into jail.
Nah, they ain't doing it like that.
Nah, they want to. These dudes don't want to get away
They
with
go
it,
to
man.
jail.
They shooting people on camera with no mask on. They just doing wild shit. That when we grew up, you want to get away with the shit. You don't want to.
Yeah, you don't want to be everybody. Oh,
You want to get caught. You on
everybody.
with this
We
shit.
was trying not to be criminals because you was a criminal when you got caught. Now everybody want to be a criminal. It's cool to have a rap sheet. I went to jail and I came back. It's cool to have that. And this is like, nah. Because you know why it's not cool? You know why it's not cool? Because when you 16, 17, 18-year-old living in DC and doing that shit, That shit might be cool then, right? But then you get 30, 40 years old and you try to get a government job and you got to go through security clearance. You try to go be a baggage claim person, or even you try to work at McDonald's. You try to work at McDonald's at the airport. You got to go through security clearance.
Listen.
A full security clearance.
Or you come across a woman that don't think that shit cute.
Yeah, that too.
Listen.
That changed the whole perception. She let you know straight up. Go ahead with that. That's some little boy shit.
But that's what we fucking up. That's what we gotta stop, because if the women, these young girls, they worse than the men. They worse than the boys, man. They vicious.
Yeah.
Oh,
If they start being like, ho, get the fuck out of here. That shit corny.
They want that.
But they want that shit. Guess what Megan Thee Stallion want? Guess what Cardi want? Look who Cardi fucking with.
Like you said, them government girls who want them
even the
dudes.
government, the
government
good
girls
joints.
They want
Listen,
they want the action, bro. Because that's what's being promoted. That would make. Yo,
They want to live dangerously.
I'm about to take it. Hold up, I'm about to take it somewhere.
Okay.
Hold up, I'm about
Gas
to take
pedal.
it somewhere. I'm about to take it somewhere.
Hand me that James shit.
I'm about to take it somewhere. We are so lacking in feelings. We are so lacking in feeling with anything. We accept anything as excitement, bro.
Oh yeah.
Even the wrong shit.
We like to see the
We want to live. We want to feel something. So even if it's wrong, at least we feeling something. Like my man said, it's something.
Narcissistic, man.
It's something. What would fucking make you put go to your job every day, steal money and put it on Instagram on your, like a phone?
And then here go the part. Now you crazy. This the part now. What you holding up to your
I couldn't
ear.
believe that picture. I'm like, this nigga serious,
No,
bro.
what you
I ain't
holding up to
fucking
your ear?
serious.
Because this was in a small town, so it ain't like you was a DC man.
No, that nigga had a lot. It might have been some.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. What you holding up in your ear, right? What you holding up in your ear is more than your yearly salary cash.
How did he think he wasn't gonna get caught?
Like now you holding up. If you,
did.
you know,
He did.
Then
But
he was gonna be caught.
it's like they want to live. It's like they
was the
build
moment.
that shit.
Yeah,
they wasn't thinking about the long term.
I've been in that
You
moment.
telling me
before. I've been in that
be the
moment.
moment.
You putting
I've
that
been
shit
in that
out there, and you know it's fake.
But now
But at some
everybody
point, you want to live it.
because they keep saying.
I'm not gonna lie. If Instagram was alive, if Instagram was alive when I was getting money, I was a young nigga and I probably would have did it. I don't know. I can't say that I wouldn't, because nigga I done counted nigga 250,000 cash money. I said, ugh.
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen.
Though. I don't think it would have been like that if we had social media. I don't
know. I didn't want nobody.
You still
I
gotta
was
think. Our
scared as shit
mentality
that
back then
month.
was different. Like
Get caught.
you didn't even
I was
when the
scared.
Nextel camera phones come out, niggas wasn't taking pictures of everything. Our mentality still wasn't there yet. We still wasn't like
I don't know.
it was against the rules to show anybody anything.
Yeah, I was just
like,
raised.
it's always been
I
like
was just raised as being a street
And then,
dog. Like
then if
go
you
ahead.
did take have some footage or some shit, say niggas did something, they did have footage, that literally would be some us three did this. Hey, look, we can laugh at us three.
Yeah, that's it. We ain't let nobody
Yeah.
That shit ain't going.
Now they niggas throwing it up soon.
Because they get
I got a couple
what's going
videos
on.
They
back
get paid
in
for it. They get paid
Yeah.
for it now. They get
Yeah.
paid for it now. So
they go viral.
They
There wasn't no plan for them.
We got an episode coming out where we got a question and we ask people, what would you do to go viral, if anything? And I'm very interested to see what people gonna say.
What would you do to go? Niggas do anything right now.
They'll do anything.
Bro, the girl, I just was talking about the girl selling pussy 100 miles going
You
north.
might as well say, what would you do for love from other motherfuckers?
They selling pussy
Yeah.
feet videos
For
and
love
shit.
from other
She
motherfuckers.
just said that.
Sure did. The feed video.
Feet video.
Niggas
Work with it.
Niggas really do be wanting to see feet. They be
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, like we in the world, we in the whirlwind, bro. We in a whirlwind of shit, bro. Real shit.
There's no restraint out here.
Huh?
No restraint.
It's no rules, but it needs to be
Even with no
rules.
rules, there's no restraint. Like even like
It's no.
Because for the longest, in the United States, the Constitution, right? But for the longest, we've been living off morals for so long, right? And so we got to the point where, your moral, whatever your morals are, you're free to your morals, you're free to your morals, you're free to your morals, you're free to your morals. And now you have everybody now trying to turn their morals into Constitution and trying to turn it into black and white.
Hold up. You done got somebody out there.
Now you got to the point where you're trying to take everybody's morals and you're trying to turn them into Constitution amendments.
And that shit is wrong.
And it is totally wrong.
Talking about
like,
you said some shit.
at the end of the day, the part that kept
let my man go.
the part that kept your morals in black and white was the freedom of speech and the freedom of religion. That was the part that kept your morals in black and white. Now everybody's trying to detail every bit of that. They're trying to detail every bit of that. They're trying to detail what you can and can't say, what's considered hate speech. You know what I'm saying? So on
they're gonna turn the truth into the hate speech.
So now you're at the point where we're trying to
it's very important.
We're trying to detail the Constitution.
See what they doing.
Because the Constitution is very broad. As what it is very broad. So now we're trying to get into the point where you have this section here, you got the alphabets that's trying to detail their section. You got the blacks that's trying to detail their section. You got the whites that's trying to detail their section. Everybody's trying to detail the Constitution. Now.
Come on about that coat. Come on about that coat. Come on, Ali. Come on about that coat.
I got something to say.
Come on, come on about that coat.
I got something to say.
And that's the bad part about it.
I totally agree with you. That's why I say, we need to worry about us. Fuck with white people doing. Like I said, I don't believe in white supremacy per se because I don't believe they're more supreme than the gods. You understand? They
Menzies believes in black supremacy.
Hold up. Now we can't because we ain't never been in control. So we can't be more. We ain't never been in control. But it's our time now. That's why I say the gods are back. That's why that shit is serious with me. Like the gods is back because it's time to let them motherfuckers know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit is over with, bro. Like,
they know what time it is. Let me give you a case in point. Now, so pretty much black people run all of the queen patches right now, right? That black people, all of the queens right now are black.
Yes.
And all of the pageants, right?
Yes.
But
how it's been forever.
Don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in it. I'm gonna tell you why not to get caught up in it. You have to understand how much money is made off of pageants. You have to understand we are not at the head of any of those pageants.
Of course.
You have to understand the marketing of the dollars. You don't think white folk figured out that black folks sell a whole lot of shit?
Oh, that's
I think the white folk got behind the point of, hey, you know what? If we give them all of the pageants, they gonna promote the shit for us. Now when the pageants come on next year, when the pageant come on next year, just like take for instance, when you look at the ratings of the Emmy, Emmy Awards, when black folk that year we decided not to watch because we didn't get nominated, ratings were low. So what did the Emmys say?
So white.
Let me nominate them so I can get them to watch again, right? We wasn't really watching them. We ain't never watched Miss America, Miss USA. I don't even know when that shit came on.
That's a fact.
I didn't know anything about it until they said.
Steve Harvey was the GOAT on that.
Exactly. I didn't know anything about it this year until they said it was gonna be hosted at Tyler Perry Studio.
Wow. I didn't know they got your man in on it?
Yeah, I didn't know nothing about it.
He holding pageants? Hold up. Hold up.
Don't act surprised, bro. Don't act surprised. Tyler Perry hosting the pageant.
Slip. Wait a minute. So your man hosting pageants instead of.
He hosted the debate. He hosted the presidential debate a couple weeks ago.
We need some. That's what I'm saying. We need some for us, bro. He got the fucking. He got the studio. Yeah, right. Nigga, I looked at the video for that shit. Have y'all seen the video of that shit? He got houses on the fucking real live neighborhood.
He could sell the whole thing, and then literally the neighborhood.
That shit used to be a plantation.
No, that shit used to be a military base.
But what they said, how is black not supreme? Everybody want to be you. They're already copying us. Everything you see everybody do, from the Mexicans to the whites.
That's why I
Puerto
say black
Ricans,
supremacy.
Oh, yes.
They already.
So
do
how do we
us.
get people to recognize that?
They already recognize
the
it, but
money?
like Nas said,
No,
everybody
us.
wants to be a nigga.
How do we recognize it?
We already recognize it. You need some dumbasses, so you can tell people, look at them dumbasses. Don't do that. You need a few narcissistic assholes.
No, I think you. I
to
think
do
you.
dumb shit on Instagram.
You
so can
definitely
be like,
need.
look at that dumb
You
ass.
definitely need. You
You
definitely.
need court justice.
You definitely
Be a
need.
martyr.
You definitely need foolishness to quantify intelligence. So I do believe that is dead on. But what's happening is they have learned how to monetize that
Yes.
bullshit.
Like they gave you they said, hey, you know what?
They have monetized
You know what?
the nigga.
Black girl. They said, you know what? Black girl magic. Give them all the queens, because next year now we gonna be tuned in to see if y'all nominate another queen. So now you're ready.
That's the problem.
They know like once we jump on, once we promote it, we going.
That's the problem. We too tuned into shit that don't matter.
Yeah.
But this the
We need to get tuned into the shit that matters.
and that's the key. It's,
Other races too.
Yeah.
We let
Like
other
y'all
people
platform
drive
good,
and
man.
turn into.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. We need to fuck what they doing. We need to first of all, like we
How
was
we gonna
was
get
dis-
off it though? That's the
Listen,
thing.
first of all, we was talking about when we was talking about earlier about the color of oppression has changed, because it's not a white man that's oppressing you right now. It's us. So once we can we need healing, bro, as a community. Fuck what they doing. But we need to address.
But most of our oppression is funded by white people.
Of course.
It's funded by white people, because think about this, like they not the white people, not the A&Rs.
No.
They like they the music
Yo,
head. They paying the A&R.
Jay-Z, your Puff, all of them niggas is in line with that shit.
But see the thing about this though, by the time it got to Jay, or actually by the time it got to Jay and Puff, it's going through some white people A&Rs.
I know. I'm just talking about on a cultural level.
Oh yeah.
They are part of that bullshit, bro. Like real shit. Like, and I'm a fan of Jay-Z musically, but as a person, I know what kind of nigga he is. Like I always say, like nigga, I know people. I know I've been in the street, so I know what type of nigga he is. He was a lame. Jay-Z a lame. Look at how he dressed. Like Jay-Z wasn't never no fly nigga. He stole everybody's energy though. He did the shit with Kanye. He stole everybody.
yeah, he got the dirty because you was riding that wave and y'all was
Right.
Magna Carta, Holy Grail and all that shit. And then the nigga say some shit about like some real shit.
Who?
Kanye, he said something about after the Watch the Throne shit. You know what I'm saying about him and his brands and shit, and comparing that shit to Jay and his shit. And I mean, I guess
Man,
whatever.
Jay is he could be controlled, bro. Period. That's why he got $1 billion. Like, bro, all them people that got that, you don't get $1 billion by doing right by your people. Period.
Yeah, because if that was the case, look at what
Real
they
quick
do.
before we get off of what y'all was just talking about, I was looking for the video.
Keep that shit too.
Hold up.
Exactly how you gonna keep this.
How you make your kingdom is how you gotta maintain your kingdom, bro.
And it's easy to maintain when you do it like that.
That's why this shit is built. That's why it's gonna take a little longer to build this shit. But the real, like I said, God's is coming back. People the world's so fake, they gonna want real shit. And this is some authentic shit. Nigga, I just cried. This shit is authentic. So, this is how the kingdom is gonna be built on real shit. You ain't gonna be able to stop that. All I gotta do is keep doing what I'm doing, and it's gonna build itself. That's all. This is how I'm gonna maintain it on real shit. Period.
Killer Mike try.
Like I just told you, we gotta redefine what the top is for black. What word am I trying to say? For the people, what's blackness? Cause what's blackness is chasing the white social ladder.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That ain't what being a real black person is. A real black person is about community first.
Community and family.
we are healers. We heal the world.
Healers and lovers, and there's a power in that. And they tricked us into thinking that loving and taking care of people is a weakness.
Don't forget that.
And innovators. So we love us, we love us, we heal us, we love us, we heal us, we care, we innovators,
We created
we
this.
cultivate, right?
Man, science, us. We
They tricked us into believing that it's a weakness in loving, caring, cultivating, bringing shit along. Like, that's the gift, that's the power. They tricked us into believing that. How did they do that? Niggas I really believe, like, sometimes I sit back and look at society and I just look at, like, niggas in, like, a vacuum, and I'm thinking, like, damn, what if this was, like, Africa in, like, 1412? This is how niggas became slaves. Because y'all niggas was hating on these niggas over here. And then y'all niggas, the white niggas came to y'all town and y'all was like, these niggas had shiny guns, and y'all was like, oh, we don't got none of them joints. We got these over here, but them is nice. Let us get like 100 of them. What you want for this? We want them niggas over there. And your hating ass gave them niggas to the white niggas. Like, I think that's how it started. And I ain't never been to Africa, so I don't know the landscape, what it look like. But it's hard for me to believe that the traits that we exhibit today as black folks just happen. Like, I'm with you. I think we give white people too much credit. Like, think about this. Look at the NFL, for example. Niggas could not play football for, the NFL is 100 years old. Football is almost 200 years old. No bullshit.
Hold up, Jake. Hold up. You go there for. I want to make a point because you said something that's very poignant to me. That shit spoke to me. You said that they tricked us into thinking that healers are weak.
Mm-hmm.
Being empathetic is the strongest thing you can do to feel somebody else's pain. That's one of the most intelligent things you can do as a person.
Because you understand their emotions. You feeling it and you seeing it.
Empathize with somebody. That's the antithesis and whatever. That is the basis of humanity.
Antithesis.
Yes.
Is that the word?
But I think,
that's I'm drunk. So
it also goes to the point like they've.
But real quick though, before I forget, the NFL football in itself is almost 200 years old. They was fighting to keep niggas from playing football. They didn't know we was going to. These niggas is stupid. Slavery ended. They was like, we got to keep y'all slave, indentured servitude, all the other shit. This shit ain't too far apart. They couldn't figure shit out, right? College football, NCAA football, this is a $1 trillion business. They won't never open up their books. These niggas didn't even want niggas to play football. So their plan wasn't to keep us on the noose playing football and keep us on the playing station and running, making money for them. That wasn't their plan. But it became their plan. And to this day, we still allowing them to make money off of us, how they make money off of us. But that's not, even with the music industry, like, I saw a documentary about Stack Records and this Motown, this other black record labels. We was making money and the music. But we got greedy and said, these motherfuckers got more. Give us what y'all got and we'll give y'all what we got. And we gave them the essence.
But the thing,
you know what I'm saying?
But even with that, I mean, like, I was talking to somebody about HBCU sports the other day, and I'm proud of HBCU sports. Like, I would love for every black kid to start going to HBCU sports, HBCU, right? But if the NCAA flipped and all the black kids started going to HBCU sports, right? You know who that money still goes to?
White people.
These are public universities.
Howard is a.
These are public. Now, this is gonna turn into another subject. But now, if you start to say again, okay, so I went to public HBCU. So if you start to say, okay, kid goes to Bowie, then eventually, if Bowie makes money, that money goes to Maryland public school, public education, right? Kid goes to Howard or whatever. Now we know the tops at Howard. We know the Boule. Mm-hmm. That who runs Howard. We know who that is. So do we think that if all the black kids and all the good money started going, Howard started making the money, do you think that money's gonna start to trickle down?
No, never will.
Because Howard don't fuck with the community.
So again, who is really gonna benefit with our kids going?
And it's still NCAA.
It's still. But even if they went private. Even if HBCUs decided to say, you know what, we're going to pull away from the NCAA. We're going to pull away from them, and we're going to do our own thing. We're going to join the NAIA. Or we're going to do our own thing and say we're going to create a conference of nothing but historically black colleges and this and that. This is going and all the black kids started going that. Again, these are schools that are going to be budgeted and the bottom dollar goes to the state.
Only if you take the business plan that the white man took. If you use his plan, you can do exactly what he did. It's just that I'm just not down with working on with both of y'all. You
But
see what I'm
it's
saying?
still a state-owned
The white man
school.
don't mind working with
It's still
another
a-
white man who he don't like. He don't like him to the.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. It's like Albany.
still a state
If y'all,
owned school.
if y'all got the top 12 recruits, and let's say y'all got the top 4 recruits in Mississippi, top 4 recruits in Atlanta, 2 of the top 10 100 recruits in Texas, and y'all start winning shit, and then that trend goes on through all the HBCU schools. And them schools catapult. I get what you're saying, and then but the money they get in, a huge chunk of that money still go to the fucking state.
The trick is trying to break away from a system that we depend on.
No, the trick is we better break away from the system before they get smarter and realize that, hey, you know what?
Because
you know what? As a bank,
well, they already getting started. They're already started.
No. When I say get smarter, on the point of, you know what? I'm gonna loan them $100 million because I know they can bring me back $1 billion. Right now they're giving you $1 million.
Oh, okay.
Right now they're giving you $1 million and saying do what you do. But if they say, you know what? UGA got money. University of Maryland got money. Let me drop a lot of money in the Bowie. Let me build that up real quick. Now I got Maryland's booming, Bowie's booming, Morgan's booming, everybody's booming. Now instead of me making $10 million a year as the chancellor, I got all these schools now booming. I'm gonna come around and say, hey man, I got 9 schools booming in the state now.
I think black people as a whole need to retire from sports for 10 years at least.
No.
This was the black people just gotta do what we know is right.
Do why? Yo, hold up. Why you say no? I think we need because we.
Hold on.
Because economically, I've seen where
does sports benefit? Does sports benefit the black community?
Entertainment for 10 years.
and not in big cities.
I want to hear
Not in big cities. It does not. Not in big cities because it's too many. It's too many. So if I got 20 kids out of here, right, and one person come back to do it, the other 19 say, well, I ain't got to do nothing.
Say that again. I'm low.
If say for instance, 20 kids in Southeast make it, right?
From where to what? To
make it to the league.
Okay.
And one kid comes back and says, I'm gonna make a difference in Southeast. The other 19 will probably be like, oh, well, he got it. But
So
if you go to a smaller
so
town,
you say no sports.
no, I'm just saying this is how it works. If you go to a smaller town, you might have one kid that makes it. That is a god, and he understands that, and he comes back and makes sure that I put on for my community. You know what I'm saying? So he makes a big impact.
I got you. Jay.
I think we're gonna ban anything for 10 years. It gotta be entertainment, bro.
But sports is a form of entertainment.
Nah, like music and movies and shit. They keep putting out shit like
Images.
the opposite
They
of what
do
the fuck.
it in sports. They do it in sports.
Okay, then yeah.
Controls the
Sports
sports
is for
narrative.
Okay. Go ahead.
We can control that sports narrative though. The way these
No, we can't. We can't control the narrative. We control on the field.
You can.
The way that Cam Newton coming to these damn press conferences and these dudes wearing these goddamn bandanas looking like Aunt your mama and shit. You coming looking like some old crazed ass person. Come on, man.
You know
At the
why?
end of the day, we know that you can do whatever.
But you know why? But you know why though? You know why? Because Cam comes in dressed like that because he knows that on the back end I'll make an extra $1 million because of my personality.
But what are you doing to the culture and to the people?
Yeah, that's the fucked up, but that's the downfall. But
doing that.
so that's what we said. The money part is the fucked up part.
So do we have to change the mindset?
Yeah, you gotta change the mindset.
And to do that, you gotta do what Michael Dyson said. You gotta get some black people, like you said.
Man, you like Jay-Z too much.
That's willing to do what you gotta do intellectual wise and get up there, get into those board member seats and actually change it. Don't have senators who are black and these people who do these things who I'm down for black pride, and when you get to that point, you say, well man, I gotta play by their rules because you know I'm up here now. Do what Marion Barry did.
I got you.
Keep on the losing their world.
I got you one better, right? If we want to start 2020 and you want to create a better slogan, right? Don't let's stop saying support support black businesses, right? Don't say that no more. Say support black corporations. Let's stop making
Or
black
support our business.
Let's just stop making black
You done
businesses.
said something. Hold up,
Make
Missy. You
black
done said something.
corporations.
You done said something.
Make black corporations, not a black business to where I might have hired 10 people. Make a black corporation where you go and say, I'm scout locating, and I'm going to bring 100 jobs. If you give me this tax break, I'm going to bring another 200 with me. Let's support black corporations.
And you control them.
Yes, where you control.
So
where you have a
business
board.
is not
Where
owned
we
by a
gotta
big
be.
white
Where we
corporation.
gotta be on your board. Where we got a board.
We are the board.
We have to create corporations,
But,
not business.
but guess what? And that's where that's what exactly what I'm trying to do. That's what you have to show these young guys out here that doing it the right way, you can get a bag. Cause that's all they want to see is a bag. So if I got the blueprint and I show you my youngin', cause when I get it, we always talk about this. We stepping.
Yeah, we gonna show
Man,
up.
heavy.
We gonna show up.
Heavy. But it's a way you do it. And if you can show them, yo, you can get all of that shit if you come get it the right way. It's about corporate, it's about building. You don't have to act like you don't have to act like a nigga. You don't have to act stupid. It's money and it's conscious shit. But it's how you present it. Right now, all they see, I know, nigga, when I was growing up, only people that was around me driving shit was niggas that was grinding and hustling and selling drugs. That's what I need to do. I just told you, nigga, my toe came out, nigga, 6 hours after I got $25 shoes.
What time it was?
So when my man say, yo, come on, Shaw, here, do this, do this, I'm gonna make sure you straight. Thank you.
And at
That's
that point-
all I
and at that point, it's like, this all I gotta do?
This all I needed. From that day on, that's all I needed, bro. He showed me a way. Period. He showed me a way to eat. That's all I needed. He put the battery in my back. That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Cool. You wanna get it? Let's get it. Here, go do that. It's big enough. Go do that. Bring me back 10% on that.
One thing that was encouraging for me in this whole process of like, cause I never looked at myself to be where I'm at right now, and I ain't even.
Where are you?
I'm
Let
at
them know where you are.
I'm at the
'cause your
beginning.
license still suspended.
Nah, it is. But I'm at my mama house and I still got two baby mothers, so I still ain't shit. You feel me? But hey, look. Right now I'm at the
But
point.
hold up, before you say that, your lady respects you.
She do. Shout out to her.
Your lady respects you.
Well, that carries weight.
That's all. Listen, you see that picture right there? Look at it.
That carries weight.
See, I talk my shit, Missy, but I ain't going to the other side, bro. You ain't. I gotta let y'all niggas know. Look, I gotta keep it real. Look,
Not about.
maybe a baby, but nah. Sometimes, but look though.
Yeah, go ahead.
I never-
Y'all know what it is. You saw it. You read that? Maybe a bit. I told that boy. I told Kentucky yesterday. That boy at the house now with the baby all day. I know that boy walking around there. That boy walking around the house holding Junie up in the air, man.
Son.
Kissing in the mouth, man.
I be like, nah. Hold up. We don't do the hand, foot, and mouth over here. That's the Caucasian. But nah, as a youngin', it's we really got pushed to like what you said, show these images. Because as a youngin', I ain't never think to myself like, if you would have asked me, it's 2019, might be 2020. You would ask me 2010, was you gonna have your own business and try to go about all this shit, bro? I would have been like, nah, I'm playing football. You know what I'm saying? Like, still at that point. You feel what I'm saying? But even if I wasn't playing football, I still wasn't thinking of this. But life is a long journey, and it's like it make me look at shit different. I don't even look at age a certain way anymore. It's like you're gonna continuously be learning stuff. And I'm being exposed to stuff still, you know what I'm saying? At 29, I'm being exposed to stuff that's like changing how I think. And I think that's the key. We have to continue to show not just kids, but other folks that look, we're doing something, we're being ourselves in this space, and it's okay. Because like that gives people confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was leaving my job, and I told the motherfuckers quit, but that shit changed. That shit gave me inspiration, because people looking at me like, they're like, damn, like.
How you do that?
And I'm like, I don't want to work here no more. That's why I did it. You feel me? But they looking at me like, wow, like, what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm so happy for you and this and that. But just saying people need to see other people make steps. I needed to see other people make steps. It's motherfuckers, it's endless people that done gave me inspiration. And, like, who we gonna shout out at the end of this jump? Man, I'm talking about, I go to that groundbreaker and I literally, no bullshit, got home, I had a grin ear to ear like, damn, I just like watch shorty like bang that shit out in 2 years.
It's inspiration.
In 2 years, like it was nothing.
Absolutely.
And that shit give me confidence, because we come from a place where we see people sacrifice and work hard, but they don't really, they don't take too many risks. But to see motherfuckers take risks and they peers, oh yeah, I got the, you know what I'm saying? It's that competitor come out. It's like I gotta keep up with them. And that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because it's like you going in the direction, we don't see people doing it the right way anymore.
That's what I'm saying.
So when we see somebody doing the right way, we see people doing the right way, we gotta support them, but at the same time, we gotta get behind them. Because end of the day, them white boys, all them alphabets, the DEA, the marshals, the FBI, the CIA, all them folks that we worry about, hey, one person up there, they coming for them. Not because they're doing nothing wrong, because they're doing something right, and that's not their business. But if it's more than one person up there, if it's 1, 2, 3, 10, 1,000, 2,000, you got too many people you got to worry about. So I think our job is
that. Hold up, let me say something. What you just said right there. That is exactly what we need. That inspiration that you just described. Just to see somebody else that looks like you, that you watched do something positive and do something that's heartfelt, that she believed in. We don't even believe in ourselves no more.
I ain't believe in you.
But even with that, and
social media got you not being you.
Social media got you messed up. But one thing about the black community is we've always been taught that put your egg, be safe. Be safe, put your eggs in one basket, right? Like, we've never been taught about periods. Like, so I had this mentor, Roosevelt Harris, he was the city manager. And he always taught me, like, when you get to the 8s in your life, start preparing for that next phase. So when you turn 18, you start preparing to be an adult. When you get to 28, you start preparing. Like right now, I'm 38, and I'm preparing for those years of 40. And he was like, a lot of times you got people that are 38 that are still trying. You got that kid that was a high school football star, and he's 38, and he's still trying to live that high school football star. Like every time you come around, he bringing it up.
Whoa! What you say? What you say? Nah! You might need to hear this.
So he bringing it up, and they never prepare for that next phase. And then they get older and they looking around like, damn, all these years done passed me by. And it's like, yeah, you never prepared for that next part. You got to be prepared for that moment. And you can't, like, year to year to year, and especially a 10-year span, like, I'm nowhere near where I was at 28.
You know what prepares you for that? Failure.
Yeah.
Real shit.
Failure and taking the risk. Taking a risk when you move to that next phase in life, like, you gotta take that risk. When you step out and say, I'm gonna save up all this money to buy a house, like, you're taking a risk.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can buy that house and the shit can just blow up on you.
You can go back.
You know what I'm saying? Or you can say,
but you take a risk,
or you can have your eye on this certain house and say, I want to move in this certain house, I want to move in this certain neighborhood, and this and that. The house come on the market, you got your money together, and you get the bid, and somebody outbid you because you ain't got enough. Or the black community. Now we going through gentrification. It's a lot of open opportunity. It's a lot of land. It's a lot of stuff available. But we at the table, and they saying, okay, hey.
Well, we not.
No.
Okay.
All right. If this the table right here, they pulled the seat out for us. Seriously, they have pulled the seat out for us. And what is happening is we looking like, I want to be here, but I ain't quite ready to sit down because I ain't got all my stuff with me. I ain't bring no pen. You know what I'm saying? I ain't bring no pen to the meeting. Can you wait for me to get the pen? And they looking like, no, I got it for you right now. Why didn't you come with a pen? And we's like, well, I ain't got enough money to buy a pen. I'll have, and this is happening all over the place because they putting it in the rule books now like, hey, give him a chance. And they said, okay, fine. I'll give you a chance. You gave me this. You said I can build this building as long as I can build this building in this neighborhood as long as I put storefront availability on here and we can tell them that it's there and I can throw this price on it. They can't pay it. I checked off my box and said I gave them a chance. And that's what's happening. We ain't even prepared to be at the table. We're not prepared to be at the table. And that's happening in a lot of that's happening here. It's happening in Atlanta. It's happening in Memphis. It's happening in a lot of communities there. They coming in, they buying up the property, and they buying up the property. And the first thing you got to understand in these rules, they have put it into the point where it's like, okay, y'all said in the past that we didn't give y'all a chance. So now we put it in there to say y'all got first chance. And so you get first chance, and we're at the table like, damn, I don't got my people together, or we fighting against each other to where we can't get together and say, hey, they giving us a chance, y'all. If we all stick together and go ahead and do this, we can do this.
Greedy.
And niggas is like, nah, I don't like the idea she going with. Hey man, we just trying to get the space. If we get the space, we can do whatever the fuck we want to do.
This is what team sports teaches you, right?
Yeah.
I played on 2 losing teams. The only winning team I played on was when I played minor league semi-pro, but my high school team was trash. This is what team sports teaches you. You have to come to the table with something, and you have to understand how to be a part. You have to understand how to be a part of something and not be the main focus. And that be niggas' problem. Niggas be wanting to be the main focus. Niggas don't understand how to be. They have to understand how to disagree and still be able to move forward.
I got next.
If me and my partner, if me and my man, if we said we starting a business and this nigga want to do it one way and I don't want to do it that way, and then we just don't do the business, both of us dumb as shit. At the end of the day, we supposed to say, look, well, if we ain't agreeing on that part, what the fuck is we gonna move forward with that we agree on? Move on with that part, and then we figure out how we can intertwine the two. You know what I'm saying? But we do not understand that, look, just because we disagree don't mean we have beef, don't mean we can't move forward, don't mean it's like, you gotta understand and know how to move and work under pressure and when shit is not ideal. Like, it's not always gonna be ideal. Like, you're not gonna sit down at the table and nigga tell you everything you wanna hear.
Or I use it as the point of when I was in high school, I use it as this. Everybody don't go D1. Everybody don't go D1. Like, right, I had a cat play ball with me. He went D1, played for Cowboys, played for Packers. Cool. I knew he was gonna go D1. That's fine, but you know what? I knew I didn't have any aspirations to go D1. I just wanted to get my education paid for. Period. That was it. Like, what we got the same. You went to the league, but both at the end of the day, one thing that both of us had in common: you got your education paid for. I got my education paid for. Hey, you go D1, that's fine. You won that way, I won this way. You got paid, I got paid. That's it. Everybody trying to be like, oh, I gotta be the nigga to go to D1. Hey, go D1, bro. You have at it. Shit, it's a job playing D2 college football. I can only imagine how it is to play college football in South Carolina. And you playing for Lou Holtz? I can only imagine. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'm good on that. I go to Albany State because I know, but from Thanksgiving till about February to Valentine's Day, I'm straight. I'm free. I'm good. I can go fuck with hoes. I can do all of that. But you go to USC, we playing through. We got.
You playing football all year?
We got New Year's bowl game. And then right after that, I got a couple weeks.
You got a month off.
Then I got a month off, and I'm right back in. I'm right back into it. And this
right back at it.
I'm there. I'm good on that.
See, you know how to live in your skin now.
Huh?
You know how to live in your skin.
Yeah.
Everybody can't live in their own skin.
Yeah, like for me, it was just like my kids asked me like, Mr. Missy, you never wanted to go to the league, and I was just like, that wasn't never my. If you told me I was gonna be first, second round draft pick, yeah, I probably would have worked hard and said, yeah, I'm trying to get there. But and nobody ever said like the league looking at you. Yeah. Oh no, we good, man. I got
that. So not wanting the same thing though.
I think every football season, these youngest coaches should put the number of kids that play football and the number of jobs in the NFL on the board and let them little niggas look at that shit and say, listen.
Even with, and I'm just gonna go, even with you, with like you said, being a part of something. Like I'm even gonna go like in the street. Like I understand how a team work because I was a part of something before I was a part of something. You understand? Like I had to work on the team. Like nigga, I wasn't buying I wasn't buying bricks of kilos by myself.
Yeah,
Nigga, like
You get a
put
quarter,
your key,
you
you
get a quarter.
put your key in, put my key in. Money will be seen. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is about teamwork. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was on the team, nigga. I need you to be here to move this here. Like, it was strategic. We had to move like that. Like, like, I'm a gang member. Like, that shit, it was a team. Niggas took orders and followed those orders. You know what I'm saying? When the big homie says something, man, look, you got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't. So now, like you said, everybody is so individualized, and it's self-preservation. Everybody has self. They don't know how to work on the team. It's narcissism. They don't know how to work on the team. So, like, that's the culture now. Everybody is, like I said, yo, niggas is dying out. Like you said, nigga, even the DJ. Nigga, I'm the DJ. We got all that. Nigga, the DJ used to come with the music you didn't have. Nigga.
Yeah.
Now we got all the music. I don't need you, my nigga. We gonna make this playlist and we gonna rock out. So niggas is scratching for survival. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Niggas is scared of dying out. Niggas don't know how to eat.
No, it's not even dying out. Like, it's so many people doing everything now that, like, we were talking about the DJ, the whole photography thing. Like, I gotta, you can buy a camera for $300-400 and make that back in a weekend.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's not an abundance of it's so much an abundance of everything, and it's not like everything is high quality. I mean, you get a cameraman for $100 now. You do a whole couple of hour photo shoots for $100 now. And so now you got the people that can't necessarily live on minimalism. You know what I'm saying? So the little bit of, I need to be living. I don't need I don't need the DJ. You know what I'm saying? I got the playlist. But no, you actually do need the DJ. The DJ keep the party going. The DJ talks. The DJ.
Oh, the personality.
Yeah, you need the personality.
It's DJs now that's though they just.
That's what they got to. So now you have a real DJ that's looked at that has gone through the time, that's gone through the hours of perfecting his craft, to really know how to do a proper mix and this and that. He didn't shortcut it. That's now sitting out there. It's just kind of like, well, damn, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
Because
that's because that's the era we live in, though.
Yeah.
Like, I think we gotta remember and also accept that things have changed, and they will change again.
Yeah.
And we gotta meet change where change is at. Like, I don't understand hipsters. I don't understand a lot of this. But I accept that it's the part of my culture now. Mm-hmm. So I just can't, I can't come outside and be like, damn, brother, look like them jeans snapped between the legs. Like,
Yeah.
wow. But you can't say that.
Wow. It's not between the leg jeans.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That don't mean the brother gay.
Well, no.
When I grew up, my pants used to have
But the
some
point
space,
though,
but it's a part of the culture now.
that goes back to my earlier statement. You can say that.
Yeah, I can,
But the Constitution is not being so detailed to where it's just kind of like, oh, you shaming or you hating or now it's kind of like
because the era we live in now, it's an emotional PC era. You got to be politically correct. Like, you can't say them tight jeans. You gotta say, man, you got the hipster jeans on. Because if I say you got tight jeans on, you're gonna want to fight me.
Like within the past 5 years, right? Or I'll say within the past 10 years. And now I've always paid attention to the court system, all the way from local to the Supreme Court. I can literally say in the past 10 years, I've never seen so much stuff like just go straight to the Supreme Court. Mm-hmm. And so that's what lets you know, it's just like when something goes to the Supreme Court, that's kind of like, hey, I need you to give an interpretation of how this pertains to the Constitution. And so that's why I say, like, we're getting to the point where we're trying to detail, or we're trying to get so many interpretations to the Constitution of the point of like, hey, wait a minute, whoa. The Constitution was written broad for that reason. It was written broad to say you got the freedom of religion because you can practice whatever religion you want. And now you're saying, well, okay, you got the freedom of religion to do this within these stipulations. Or you can say this, but you can't say this. You know what I'm saying? You can't really, like, you're entitled to your opinion, but you're not really entitled to your opinion.
And we gotta understand too, like, and this is, a lot of people be saying this, but Constitution wasn't really for us. And to bring it to modern days and locally, people talking about this statehood conversation, it's a strong possibility if DC gets statehood, they're gonna ratify the Constitution, they're gonna change it, they're gonna make some changes to it, and I mean that can go a good way, but we already know like at the end of the day, you give these motherfuckers any ounce of anything, they taking it, so that can go bad too. But people just have to understand like this, they didn't. And to go back to what the comments about the supremacy thing, a lot about where we at right now today as black folk, it comes down to just accountability within ourselves, like individually. We ain't even gotta go deep and say the whole world or the community, like what you doing at home, what you doing at your mama house, your father house, your grandmother house, you respecting your grandmother, you respecting your teachers, you going to school, you striving for something, are you taking care of your kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck just taking care of them. Are you trying to better yourself? Because for real, you don't gotta be no super duper parent. If you're trying to be a better person, your kid is watching you working to be a better person. And they're going to aspire to try to be, they look up to their parents. That's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But we got to start small. And I think those are the key things that we can do to make a difference. Because at the end of the day, we give white people a lot of credit for our situation. They put us here, they got a system in place, but these motherfuckers ain't. A lot of shit just fell in formation, and we just stuck to habits.
Bro, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
the thing is, bro, like at the end of the day, my nigga, when you become complacent in poverty, and when you become part of the system. That's part of the system. When you stay in that same place, winning, getting out, that's how you beat them. That's how you win. Because if you stay in poverty and you stay in that, then you're contributing to the system.
No, well,
your vices become sex and drugs when you stay in there, right? Then you medicate and you have illegitimate kids that you can't take care of. Real shit. So that's my way of beating them. That's my way of winning. That's winning. When I know you set in the trap and I'm still winning. That's why they got shit. They got shit in place and they cheat. They know they're not better than us. That's why they cheat.
Because it's ours.
Because it's ours.
I think on one point, two things, like, on one thing, Jake, for me, one of the things I live by is on the point, and I always tell people this regardless of, especially like when it comes down to like religion or whatever, like I always tell people, whatever your doctrine is, like do the right thing and do the right thing, right? And when I say like do the right thing, it's right or wrong. Like there's a difference between right or wrong, regardless of whether you're Buddhist, Hindu, Muslim, whatever. There's a right and there's a wrong. Right? And then when I say do the right thing, I'm meaning on the point of like do what's right for mankind. You know what I'm saying? Like if you see an old lady that's struggling, need help pulling across the street, help her out. Like that's doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? If you see a kid that's getting ready to make a mistake, like, or kids getting ready to make a mistake, like stop, like, hey, whoa, hey, nah, bro, don't do that. Do the right thing. And I think that's one of the things we're getting away from. We know right from wrong, but we ain't doing the right thing. And then we ain't doing the right, as a community, we not doing the right thing. We not holding each other accountable. Your man's out here, he got a baby, and he ain't taking care of his kid, but y'all popping bottles every weekend.
That's crazy.
That's
not doing the right thing. Like Booby said, like, hey man, you know you killed the cat. Hey man, don't waste that $50,000 on that murder rap. Hey man, get that to your kid. Hey, he better suit it. If we spend that $50,000, the only thing we can do is get you from life to 20 years. Like,
your son's still fucked up.
Yeah, your son's still fucked up. We still trying to send money to you in your books. Hey man, get that to your seed, man. Let him take. You fucked this shit up. Make sure he don't fuck your shit up.
The bottom line is this, because we gotta get murder in these families. The bottom line is this. We gotta create resources for our community.
Oh yeah.
Lack of resources have a direct correlation with criminology. Lack of education has a direct correlation with criminology. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start feeding the system. Right? Stop being afraid of success.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We afraid of success. Go after that shit. You know what I'm saying? Success, you know what I'm saying? Success comes with, people are afraid of success because success comes with persecution.
Yeah, risk.
It comes with responsibilities
Yeah,
too.
it comes with responsibilities. You know what I'm saying? Take on that responsibility. That's what makes us who we are. We healers. Remember that shit.
And it's also on the point of it's all right to accept not wanting to take on that responsibility. It is totally all right to accept that.
Support the people
You
who
know,
are.
if
Don't
you
be no
know-
hater.
If you know, like, you don't want to be at the top, if you know, like, hey man, I don't want to work, like, I support it, I don't want to work because it takes a lot.
That's a
It
fact.
takes a lot of work. And if you know you're not willing to do what it takes, accept that part.
Yeah.
Accept that part. Don't be on the point, don't let nobody come out here and say, oh man, you this, you that, you that. You can't. Be like, yeah, no, I can't. No, I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. Because if you don't have it in you and you out here trying to do it, you in the way.
Stay in your lane.
You in the way.
Stay in your lane, shorty.
You are. So yeah, man, you gotta stay out of the way. Like, if you know that you ain't up for being in the top. I know for me, like, yeah, I'm not up to being a principal, an assistant principal, a superintendent. I'm not up for that. I love the classroom. I love the daily interaction with my kids. I get it. Yeah, the salary comes with that. I don't need that. I'm good because I know, like, once I get there, I gotta try to do everything I can to maintain that. So at any time that I say, like, I don't like being a principal, I don't like that. I don't like doing this. Then I know that $150,000 salary ain't gonna come with me going back to the classroom. It ain't gonna happen. So now the house that I went and bought, because if you get a big boost like that, you're gonna go get a new car. You probably gonna buy a Beamer or Benz. You're gonna get you a nice house, and now all that goes away. Or I gotta do so much other stuff to try to keep that going.
And that's why niggas don't do the right thing.
That's why because they trying to
Survival.
Yes, they trying
You
to
want me to
maintain
risk my
survival.
comfortability?
From what you said before, they keep people. I think our generation, we started it. People from I guess from like 28 to like 35, we kind of like initiated that kind of what my parents did was so wrong, so I need to change it. The way we do things, like you said, do the right thing. We already got a rubric for the right thing. Generations before us did it. They did it. We may not have liked the result from it. The result was, yeah, you fought to change the Civil Rights Act. But afterwards, them white people still don't like you, right?
Yeah.
And they still gonna spit at you. But look, what you fought for, you got it.
Yeah.
You may not like the results. Kids now, they gonna like that results. They gonna want to have the glory behind it, to fight. You know what I'm saying? To beat somebody down and be like, yeah, I did that shit. No, that's not what it is. That's not what it is. It is a rubric to making things right and to doing the right thing. Like you said, there's a right and wrong. It's just that now people, like you said earlier, want to take their own personal moral values and try to make it a broad value. And you want us to accept what you do personally.
Yeah.
That's you personally.
That's what
not
you do.
what
That's
the
what you
culture
like.
of the people should do.
You like to buy feet pictures.
Like you said before, I spent $1,000 on tours. I don't think another brother parents keep doing that. But you don't try to make that a culture to say, man, all black people need to buy Jordans, man. They need to buy them Jordans. That's what they doing now.
They do that.
With the liberal, no offense to some liberal.
Stay away from the braids, 11, man.
Hey, I got size 9 if you still need it, man.
Man, stay away from the bread 11s. Don't have your moms or your girl out here, man.
This is my rule, man. This is my rule on sneakers, man. This is my rule on sneakers. If you can't buy it twice, you can't buy it.
Yeah.
You can't buy it twice. And when I say that, so for me, that means I got to buy it 4 times. My wife is just as much of a sneakerhead as I am. So when
He got about 4.
I gotta be able to buy at least 4.
$4,000.
Exactly. So I mean, just about everyone she gets, I get. We buy them 2 at a time, and so you gotta be in that position. And I didn't get to that. I didn't get to that until I got older.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To where I was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Now when I first started, I was buying them dumb. I was just like, okay, yeah, cool. I paid my rent. I get these J's. As long as my rent was paid.
Yeah, but you
know what I'm
had
saying?
somewhere to live.
But I might have been broke. Though. I might have been broke
This
afterwards.
niggas that's homeless.
And I ain't have no life insurance.
Listen to what I say. This niggas that's homeless getting those shoes.
Yeah, man. Or buying them for your
It's
kids.
it's kids, it's mothers and fathers, it's parents that's buying their kids shit, and they don't have nowhere to live.
But and my second point on that is, I think it's on the point of you got now the generation now. I get it. You have the saying of, I want to be able to live or provide better than my parents did.
But that's not better than your parents
But this is
did.
the point though. You got kids now at the age of 25 and 30
That think
trying
that's
to
better.
live better and provide better than the 60-year-old.
I think that's low key disrespectful when motherfuckers be saying that, and I be talking about that shit all the time.
Well, no, it's not disrespectful.
What?
Because people don't be understanding, like, your parents probably was doing the best they could, you know what I'm saying? And for you to get, like, I always take offense when athletes and rappers get to the top and say, I came from nothing. But your mother probably feel fucked up every time she hear you say you came from nothing.
What was
Because she
wrong
probably
with
was
that?
giving you money.
Yeah.
What was wrong with them?
Hold on. She probably was paying for something. So you was playing sports, nigga, she probably got you cleats. She probably was getting your ass to practice, putting gas in the motherfucking car, feeding your big black ass and all that shit. So you came from something. She was putting something into you. Grandma put something to you. The nigga next door, like, don't feed into the narrative. These motherfuckers want to give you money, so they tell you. I seen how these white people in the media work, bro. They tell you the storyline in your face and say, yeah. First time you get locked up, you sit down in the court when you was a juvenile, you go down to little jail level, and the little nigga come to you, he hit you with the, yeah, so, go to the paperwork. So you're gonna plead, you're gonna take this plea deal. You don't know what the fuck going on. You just gonna say, yeah. That's how them niggas be. They come with the narrative.
Alright.
They just come with the narrative. Yeah,
You
your
ask
mama,
questions.
you came from nothing. Came from the ghetto and your struggles. Talk about that, man. Fuck that. Y'all came from something. Like you ain't just get this ability out your ass. Like nah. Like it came from something. I think that's disrespectful. And when motherfuckers be talking about, I want to provide more than my parents. Okay, you want to provide more, that's different. But don't discredit
But the thing about
what
it,
your mom or dad did because
they trying to provide more than their parents after their parents done. Like that's about like me saying like I want to do better than what my parents. I can never do better than what my parents did. You know why? And I don't care how much money I make. You know why? My parents raised 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
2. You know, in Georgia and in South Georgia in the 80s and 90s. All right. So that's I can never fathom at the point, I don't have any kids, at the point of raising 1 kid, raising 2 kids. So that's why I can never live up to that. So for me to say like, I'm going to live better than, try to do better than what my parents did, for one, I can't do that. But then you got kids now saying, I want to try to do and I want to try to be better than what my parents did. But you didn't see, you trying to be that now, you trying to be better than what your parents did after your parents put in the work. Mm-hmm. And you trying to do that, you ain't put in no work. No work at all. And so how can you say, I want to do and provide better than my parents? You can't do that until you start putting in the work that your parents put in. The part that you're trying to be better than, that's 20, 30 years of what your parents have put in the work. The long nights, the working 2 or 3 jobs, the having to save money, the sacrifices and this and that.
It's Instagram.
Yeah, and you trying to say, I'm trying to do that, I'm trying to do that now. Like, yeah, it's cool to be able to, it's cool to be able to send your parents on trips and be able to say, I pay all my parents' bills. That's still not saying like I'm doing better than what my parents did. Like, nah, bro. Like you nowadays compared to raising kids now compared to raising kids in the crack era and stuff like that, totally different. Like kids nowadays you're not worried about having a crack baby. I mean, nowadays they got so much medicines and medications that most of the time your kid come out, it might be all right. They didn't have those back then. If they did, they weren't using them. So your kid was coming out fucked up for all those years. And now you have kids that are coming out, they sickening themselves. They giving them vaccines and they poison them instead of you poisoning them before they get to the system, they get out here. And so nowadays it's hard for me. It's hard when I hear kids say, yeah, I just want to provide better than my parents did. How? You 21, 22. Your parents, by the time you realize what you were saying, your parents have put in 20, 25 years in it.
Dog, my mother ain't had to work for 14 years.
That's crazy.
My father was holding it the fuck down like for
17.
For a brick. For a brick. Like as a kid, you don't understand that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
As a kid, you thinking like it's normal, but then you get older and you realize like, damn, like both of us gotta work to keep your little ass together, and this nigga like different times.
We talk about we want to provide better than our parents. Some pops made it where like, hey, nah, my wife don't work. and he held it down.
His dad was my inspiration.
He held it
His dad
down.
was my inspiration.
I couldn't tell my wife she
Hold up, say
mad.
that what?
Still my
Nah, his
inspiration.
dad was my inspiration. It was a bunch of them, man. And his dad, man, every Sunday, all their ass packed in the car, taking all their ass to church. Make sure you get some Jesus in your life. Man, homeschooling. These cats got to school and skipped grades. How the hell you come from homeschooling and skip a grade? Motherfucker,
Jay come from a different place, man.
we in school
Come from
like
a different place.
we in school like motherfucker. I've been a decade in school, nigga. Your ass just walked in here after the first fucking year. After the first fucking year, just did that. That's why I said, man, like you said, it's not broken. Don't fix it. You trying to do something better than your parents, bruh. Just do what your parents did. They might not have done everything right, but goddamn it, they got a lot of that shit.
If you at the point to where you can do better than your parents did a hell of a job. They did the right thing. They did a hell of a
If you're
job.
doing anything good that you think is good, your parents did a hell of a
Thank
job.
you.
Like if you're happy with yourself, bitch, you look in the mirror, you think you bad, your mother did a good job.
Like it ain't it not even like that because I got parents and I'm like, even though I'm not close to my parents, like they still don't see what I'm doing. They don't see what I'm doing. They don't see it. So it's not, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like they think doing good is having a job. You know what I'm saying? And they don't even see my kids every day, so they don't know my job is making my kids who they are.
No, all right. So they don't know how to show you.
Oh.
Yeah,
They don't know how to show you. Because I'm telling you,
Wow.
when
Hold
it
up.
comes to the point of your kid, I don't know your family situation, but like I can guarantee, if your family is around your kids, especially your son, long enough, your parents will be hella proud of you.
Okay.
I'm dead for real. Because of the situation, they just don't know how to show you.
Why is that though? That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's some people don't know how. You got to extend. Just like y'all said the other day when I asked, like, why a lot of DC people move out to PG, and they was like, I don't want to. It's a lot of trauma with it. So it's a lot of stuff that they might have dealt with to get you to this place to where they don't know how to show you or they don't know how to tell you, but just sit back and just in their head it's like, I'm proud as fuck of the boy.
that's deep, but we need that. Like,
But as we said, the black community again, for the longest we've been shown to keep outside of women, we've been shown to keep our feelings inside, and then the women have gone through so much to where they become so strong to where their feelings have been so suppressed to where they don't really know how to show or tell. They just sit back. A lot, like I said, you've seen grandma. When grandma come in and everybody, you in the house and grandma sitting back, right, and grandma watching everybody play or whatever. Grandma don't say nothing. Grandma just sit back and smile. Like they go in her head, like
She's
that's
so
my babies.
satisfied.
Like that's my family. That's it. She don't know how. She can't just stand up and because y'all not gonna understand it if she stand up and say like, that's my family. But in her head, when she's sitting back and she's seeing everybody out and she looking out, when you at the family reunion and Big Mom sitting back and she looking at everybody and this and that, and she's sitting there saying, that's my family. Like she proud of that shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I can say like, you know, when people see, I know, I've told you plenty of times, like when I see you and your son's interactions, like that shit, I be proud. Like I be proud to see moments like that because it's not, especially for me, like I've been around y'all in close situations to be able to see it, not see it from a distance, be like, damn, I wonder what they got going on. To be able to see it this close and be like, damn, that's some cool ass shit.
Right.
You know, like it's like for me to not have a son, I mean, like I just be like, damn, that's just some of the coolest shit to me to see that shit happen. So that's their situation. Like, yeah, it's not too many people that's not proud of what you got going on with your kids.
Yeah.
There ain't too many people that's not proud of it.
Yeah.
And if they are, they lying to you.
Yeah. That's a fact.
But that's your resources right there
Yeah.
for the hood. That's your resources for the people. People say, man, so how can we make this happen? You already got all the stuff you need. The experience. That shit worth more than any book or any degree I can go get.
That's a fact.
You think these dudes out here that we need to go help gonna listen to me if I come in a suit and a damn suitcase talking about, brother, look here, let me tell you about the hood. Man, you don't know nothing about it. Get the hell out of my face.
And then I come and they first thing
Not the suitcase.
the first thing they gonna ask me is
Like, how you doing, brother? Now sit down.
What you doing?
Got
the first thing they gonna ask me, the first thing they gonna say is like, oh, you from Atlanta? Oh, I'm trying to get down there to do music. Hey, now we ain't here to talk about music.
You see what I'm
We ain't
saying?
talk nothing about that.
Man, what?
You just gotta
a
use them.
suitcase.
Man, they had you remember
$500,000 in that jump.
Y'all remember, I'm 33. We all around the somewhat the same age. Y'all remember when bring your parent to work day?
Yeah.
Bring their own shit. You like, man, I need to hear that damn time. You on the couch. What the fuck is that?
Hold up.
Like real talk.
Hold up, go ahead. Before we close
I
out.
was just saying, especially as men, we still need to hear that love. Though. Like I told bro, I got into a whole fight with my father over that. We got mad. Basically, he called me a bitch. Cause I told him I was mad, and I told him you ain't hit me on my birthday. He called me a bitch. You asked me, I was on his porch. I told him basically pull up.
It's deep shit.
Cause you already, like I said, I ain't gonna get into no deep story, but you already one really did like that. And like I said, I kept a real cordial relationship
go
with
there
you.
like that.
So for you to say that to me, like, I ain't take that too well. I ain't never asked that man for shit. Ever. I don't want nothing from you, but the love.
Yeah.
That's it.
I just wanted the love.
That's
like,
it.
And I used to see that with my
as
grandmother.
men, I think, yeah, you definitely, we need to hear that shit.
Like, 'cause my grandmother was like one of the last old ladies living on her block. Like, when Miss Davis passed, like my grandmother was one of the last old ladies, and I used to see it. Like when you know what I'm saying? These women had, my families. They grew up together. They had husbands. Like they lived on this block forever. And then when you end up being like the last one left, like it get lonely out there.
Yeah.
And you want to hear, like I remember, Miss Davis used to walk down the street to see my grandmother on Saturday. On Sundays, my grandmother used to walk to Lucy and Miss Blossom house. Like, their daughter was my godmother. My mother grew up with them. And so to see my grandmother be the last one, and you see that on her face, like, damn, I'm the last one, like, I really wish somebody would just come by on a Sunday. It ain't the same like if I go by and see her and this and that. That's my grandson.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, Sean, that's grandson. But like when Miss Davis used to come by, like they used to talk. Like that's when women had like what we do. Like that's when women had their woman time. And so when you the last one left, like you said, like damn, you used to be like, damn, I really at the end of the day, like I really just want that love. I really just want that love to be there. Somebody come by and say, man, I love you. This is not how you doing, and really be genuine about it. Somebody to, case in point, some of you want somebody to cry at your damn funeral. Like, I'm gonna miss you.
Yo, I just had that conversation with Casey walking up the street today. Nobody is gonna come to your funeral for belts, my nigga, and say, yo, this is the fly. Nobody's gonna say, yo, that nigga had mad fly belts.
I was like,
Nobody's gonna come to your funeral and say, yo, that nigga had mad AirPods, man. Like, I say, yo, you have to stop. You have to stop living your life as the 2% and not the 98%. You have to go that. You have to be known for something other than. You cannot have. You cannot just be one things.
But the funny part about
That's what they make us accept,
I
bro.
want cause I ask him that all the time. I'm tell you, this why I tell him I don't believe in man. How you gonna combat impulse?
You said that. You don't. That's why we are in this situation we are in. Because these youngers are acting off of impulse.
But we teach our youngins to do what? Embrace
But
your
even with
emotions.
shopping, even with like you said,
Embrace it.
spending money on
Embrace it
it's
for what?
impulse. How do we?
impulse.
There's no restraint.
you have to pick and choose on it.
But why would you tell a young person who we already know that's probably unhinged to go ahead and just let it out? No, you need as a black man to know. Cry your ass in the bag. You take your ass to the bag.
See that is not now. That's the big part. That's the big part. We telling kids to let it out, but we not showing them structure before we tell them to let it out.
Don't tell them let that shit out.
Like when you let it out, like take for instance, you sprain your ankle. You don't just take your shoe off, the shit gonna swell up.
Exactly.
It's a certain thing you gotta do. You gotta keep it suppressed, put some ice on it, wait for it to go down, then take your shoe off. So you've been given the steps of how to let it out. We just telling kids like, hey, take your shoe off. No, bro, you gonna be fucked up. You just gonna be fucked up. Don't just take your shoe off. Like, go through the steps of how to take your shoe off. So, like you said, we gotta get back to the point of walking kids through the steps of how to actually do stuff. We telling kids start a business. And then they just like, okay, cool. Yeah, all right, you can get online, you can get an EIN number in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And then you that. You was looking for the link to where I gotta pay.
I'm like, what?
You tell them that, and then they hop on IG
$30.
and see somebody who already got their shit, and they like, damn, they got this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Not knowing
And they
it
got no
was
skill.
12 years that this dude knew, or not knowing this dude a whole computer engineer or some shit.
Been doing it for- been doing
that's
it
how
for a
he
long
dressed.
time.
Stop getting impressed with, you know what I'm saying,
Stay in your
Stop
lane.
getting impressed with the money. Just like, let me tell you something. When you see rich people, I ain't talking about these weekend rich.
Yeah.
But when you see rich people,
they don't wear
they
this
don't
shit.
drive a Lamborghini.
They don't wear this shit.
They don't drive a Lamborghini. You know why?
Depreciated
Because
value.
there's no capital gain. Depreciated value. There's no capital gains and none of that. Now, if you're driving a Testarossa, you all right. Because that, you're talking about a classic car. 1986 Testarossa, you're talking about a classic car, $1.2 million. All right, value went up. But if you're driving an Aventador, $549 off the lot, it's gonna be $330 after the first year.
Damn.
It's gonna cost you. It's
drop
gonna,
like that.
yeah, it's gonna cost you $1,300 a tire.
That's why wealthy people lease that.
$1,300 a tire. Hey, but here goes the other part. You have to update the computer every 6 months.
$1,300 for a tire.
You gotta update the computer every 6 months, and that's an $800 tune
Mine.
just for the computer on the car. Every 6 months, go get your oil changed. Computer update. The computer update by itself $800.
Yeah, I ain't got money to
Yeah, so I mean, buying the part ain't that. Just that maintenance shit that you gotta buy.
Yeah.
Hey, look, real quick before we go, right? So something amazing happened this past week. What, it was Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? Young woman, our neighborhood hero, real talk. We for real with this shit, you know what I'm saying? This person was busting her ass. I only seen it for 2 years, but I'm pretty sure the process was longer than that. For 2 years, trying to make sure that Ward 7 and 8, Southeast DC, Northeast DC, they got something respectable here as far as a food option. Not just the food option, retail option. In Market 7.
Yeah.
Woo! And goddamn, she got it done Tuesday with the groundbreaker. Mary Blackburn!
Market
Now, for
7.
real, y'all shop Market 7. Look, next fall, y'all need to make sure y'all shopping everything Market 7. Y'all coming down Bennett Road, right past the Chateau on the right, making sure y'all is making y'all sales familiar with Market 7. Fuck
I
you
know
in your
where the
market.
Chateau at.
I'm about to say,
Yeah, y'all know where the Chateau at. but
Everybody know where the Chateau is.
not only do you need to support
don't ask your
black
auntie.
corporations, we need to support black quality corporations.
Yes.
And this is one that quality from the ground up. We in the beginning stages. Listen, y'all don't want to be caught later on. You know what I'm saying? And y'all be the bandwagon Golden State fans. Y'all got to get a part of this now. So it's a holiday market coming up the 21st.
21st.
Holiday market coming 21st, you know what I'm saying? If you're watching the video, the link is on the screen, you know what I'm saying? The information on the screen. But yeah, support Market 7, because for real, y'all gotta understand, this is black history, like for real.
That's a fact.
Like in 30 years, little kids will run up to you with boogers in the nose and shit, you know what I'm saying? Your grandkids, yeah, what was that Market 7? You gonna be like, I remember when they first built it. You know what I'm saying? So,
We here.
y'all make sure y'all do
But
that.
you know, when your grandkids told you not, just know the price went up.
Amen.
The price went up. Hey man, but for real though, hey man, thank y'all for checking in another week of Man Time, man. Hopefully, we gave y'all some good gems, some topics to check on again. December 21st, Mapleview Flats, MLK. Come down to the Marketplace Holiday Bazaar. I don't know, I might pull out Santa Claus again, I might not. Oh, and this week, hey man, you can check me out at Randall Highlands Elementary on Thursday.
Oh, I forgot you slid
Yeah,
through
man.
there.
Santa Mincy. Last week they had Michelle Obama. This week they got Santa Mincy, man.
Hey,
We in there. We in there, man.
Man time, nigga.
Next episode, Christmas. Christmas. We gonna talk about Christmas.
Hey, y'all get to work with them feet for those, man.
What Christmas means to you?
Hey.
What Christmas means to you, man?
Fuck them bread 11s, bro. Real life.
Hey, shout out to my plug for sending them to me and Bay, man.
Fuck
Shout
them
out.
Jordans unless you can afford them Jordans, man.
You gotta give them Steph Curry
We
jump.
can afford them.
Yeah.
Hey, and don't buy them flights, parents. If you can't afford them, don't be out there buying your kids the knockoff J's. Just
Yeah, just get some
buy
Air Maxes or
Vans,
something.
man.
Yeah, some Vans, them $40.
Vans, man.
Or some Chucks, man.
Yeah.
Kids don't wear chucks no more.
Yeah.
Well,
Right there.